Powered by the U.S. News and Entertainment Network.
Ready?
It's the Chain Gang Sports Show, broadcast from the Flagler Voice Podcast Studio, powered by the U.S. News and Entertainment Network. Things are better with us. Give us a call.
We want to give a big shout out to the U.S. News and Entertainment Network for producing this show. Please like, subscribe, and share to stay up to date.
Tommy Thunder.
Johnny Monte Carlo.
How's the day gone for you so far?
Brother, it couldn't be any better. If life is good.
It
Life
is
is
good.
good. Sports, good weekend. Easter Sunday, we did the with the producer invited me to his church's sunrise.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
The
sunrise
was-
service.
Yeah, and the weather is getting bad here in this part of Florida for the next 72 hours.
Yeah.
You can expect rain. But the Lord kept the sun shining
It
yesterday.
did. It definitely
on a
did.
Sunday. Hey, good to be in the studio talking sports, and of course the big news: the NCAA basketball tournament, both the men and the women. And hard to believe now we're down. Was it 68 teams there for a while?
Down to the
64?
final two.
And now we're down to the last two.
And I tell you what, Michigan has not even wavered in any game. I've not seen this kind of dominance. And I mean, they were a 1 seed, but I didn't expect it to be that run and that Arizona. That was shocking. I mean, how they pummeled them. And what can you say about Connecticut and Danny Hurley? I mean,
Well, I think this time tomorrow, well, not even, give it around midnight tonight, 11:30 Eastern time, because the game starts at 8:50.
8:50, 9 o'clock. It probably won't end until midnight. Easy.
Yeah. 11:30, because you're going to have,
West Coast.
some timeouts, and
Yeah,
the game
yeah.
kind of drags a little bit. You got to milk it for all it is. True
Yeah.
TV and TBS has the coverage. We were talking just a few minutes ago before going on how you really have to check your local listings, as it used to always be presented that way.
Yeah.
Check your local listings. Now you really do, because everyone's involved.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like Hulu and live. It's on live TV for Hulu and ESPN. It's become crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need those boxes that where you don't have to stream 9 different channels just to get.
Right.
I mean,
Because it adds up.
Yeah,
It
it
adds
sure
up.
does. You've
$12.99.
eliminated cable at $150 a month. Now with 5-6 subscriptions, you're up to the same amount. So just another way to get in our pockets.
HBO Max has been a big player in that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
Disney
remember-
Plus because they added the ESPN and the Hulu with it, so
Right.
you got all these little bundles.
And ESPN now has the Major League Baseball,
Yeah,
package. So it's really something now. It's an education. You
it
can't
is.
take anything for granted now.
definitely not.
There was a day when you would turn on the TV, you put it on NBC, and it'd be Bob Costas. Like
Yeah.
he never went to bed. He was always there.
Yeah.
It was like Cosell back in the day with ABC.
Andy Don, yeah.
Every network has their people.
Yeah, that's right.
And look at the FaceTime now. Barkley and Kenny the Jet Smith.
Kenny the Jet, yeah.
And Shaq and Ernie
yeah.
Johnson with the bow tie.
Yeah.
We were trying to think of the bow tie wearers.
Right, that was Ernie Johnson.
Yeah,
in
Ernie
TBS losing the NBA contract
Right.
those guys were quickly scooped up by ESPN.
Of course.
Not ESPN, but who has? Is
Well,
it ESPN?
ESPN, yeah.
I thought so.
ESPN's scooping up everything.
Everything and everybody.
That's
it's
it.
crazy. Meanwhile, before there was a method to the madness. If you remember, they were letting a lot of people go.
Right.
A lot of quality
There was a lot of layoffs.
A lot of layoffs. I mean,
Susie Colbert
yeah.
was one of them.
absolutely. And,
I think Hannah Storm, possibly.
no, Hannah's weathered
Is she still there?
Hannah weathered the storm.
She weathered the storm. I like that.
Yeah.
We don't even get a rim shot for that.
Yeah,
one.
I mean, yeah. I
the
think
producer
I think
owes us
He
one on
nodded.
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wake
there we
up.
go.
That's it. He just bobbing for apples back there.
Well, somewhere Hannah's smiling over that one.
Yeah.
But the game tonight,
Yeah.
Michigan. Yeah, I thought Arizona, like so many people.
And because they're big and
Yeah.
long. Yeah, I thought so too.
We were sold on that,
Yeah.
or I was.
Yeah.
But you did pick Michigan.
I did, and I thought UConn would. Did I pick Illinois? No, I picked UConn.
We're going to go with it. You probably did, because
think I did.
remember we
It's-
were talking about it could be the year of the Huskies.
Yeah, that's right. We did. Yeah, and did that not come true? Boy,
Wow.
did it. Oof.
Well,
that
for
was-
the men's side, but yeah, the women's side.
side. I mean, that was shocking over the weekend to see on Friday night. UConn, Gino Auriemma. Let's talk about that a little bit. Is because he's one of my paisan. So of course I love Gino, and he's had an amazing career.
Oh, Hall of Fame career.
No question. Hall of Fame 5 times over.
He's the Coach K of
Right.
the women's, Pat Summit.
Right, but you also look for the class acts in coaching, and Dawn Staley is a class act. And
Right.
Dawn Staley is a big part of women's college basketball, and she understands whatever drives the attendance and the things of women's college basketball, like Caitlin Clark did
Right.
a year ago. Dawn Staley was right behind her when it was a white thing, and because she's white, that's why Dawn Staley came out and said, right for her came to her defense and said, "Hey, this girl did change the game. Why it happened, who knows? But she changed it."
Right. She
And
was very
let's
fair
not,
and
let's not, crucify her for it, for being who she is. All she was doing was trying to be a basketball player. And Gino attacking Staley the way he did, and then to embarrass himself, and he did embarrass himself. If
He
you
did.
think with the ripped jersey, his own team, she ripped her own jersey,
It
and then he
was
said,
not right.
Yeah, it was the referees not paying attention. His kid's jersey was getting ripped, and So I thought he just embarrassed himself. But besides that, it was
He put himself out there.
Yeah, he did.
Gave himself a bad look. Getting eliminated is one thing,
Yeah.
but that's what everyone's going to remember.
sure they are, and they got eliminated and they got thumped by
Yeah.
South Carolina,
Thoroughly beat.
who then got thumped by UCLA. And
2 years in a row.
thumped.
2 years in a row. And the biggest route, third biggest route in finals history
Yeah.
on the women's side.
Yeah, and UCLA, that was their first national championship on the women's side of basketball,
Yes.
a basketball powerhouse from the West. From the men's traditionally, obviously, but
And hats off, even though not wearing a hat, but Corey Close, the
coach.
head coach
Yeah.
for UCLA, she's coached
Stanford.
for 15 seasons.
Yeah.
And now she gets to see, the taste of victory.
yeah, and she was class as well.
Absolutely.
I think UCLA obviously is a great program, and,
Oh.
and I'm glad to see it was good. And I wish the games would have been closer. Obviously, that's what we will look for. We love that close basketball games, not blowouts, because now you got the announcers trying to fill in that time, and that's not easy,
Right.
as we know.
No matter what sport it is.
Yeah,
When
that's
it's a
right.
blowout, and you don't want to be like Bob Euchre. We talked about that a
Yeah.
while back about you got to watch what you say. You can't have disparaging remarks about
Right.
your own team and everything.
Like the Publix chicken wing. You can't be
The
talking
Publix
bad about the
chicken
Publix
wings.
chicken wings.
Hey, let me tell you though, the Publix chicken wings are awesome, and the Pub Sub too. We're gonna have to get them on board.
Yeah,
That place is always busy.
yeah, it is. And
You know what? When they go on the backside of the moon, the Artemis.
Yeah.
Because that's
yeah,
I think
is it Dark Side of the Moon? No,
or
that's
the
a Pink
dark
Floyd
side
song.
of the moon.
Yeah,
Well, that's
Pink
true.
Floyd.
Yeah, I wonder if they've got that on their Spotify.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
But when they go to the dark side, there's going to be a well-lit Publix on the other side.
Yeah, no question.
Along with a Dollar General,
Yeah,
probably. Just to mention
the new
a couple.
market style.
That's right. And hair cuttery, right? They're all in the same
Yeah.
spot, it seems like.
Yeah.
But anyways, though, going back to it, UCLA, basketball has always been back in the Wooden days. Bill
sure.
Walton, look at how many they and the Celtics back in the 60s and early 70s. And the producer knows that. He's a follower of the Celtics there. You bet your John.
Don't even hit the button.
John
Too
Hunter
late.
Havlicek there.
Yeah.
He's the second coming of Dave Cowens.
That's
across
it.
the
Dave
board
Cowens,
there. There's a name for you.
number 18.
Oh, yeah.
Lefty.
Kevin McHale. Remember those guys?
Yeah,
And
McHale,
Chief-
Burden.
Yeah, Chief Thunderfist there, Robert Parrish.
Robert Parrish, Casey Jones.
Casey Jones. Oh, the list goes on
Oh,
and
yeah.
on
Yeah.
and on and on. The beat
Speaking
won't
of
stop
Boston.
till the break of dawn.
Oh,
that's for
boy.
sure.
Here we
But in
go.
any event,
We'll leave that. speaking
UCLA,
of
did you
music.
see the tears? They were crying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, it was
It
an
was. It was.
emotional
Yeah,
moment.
listen, it's an emotional national championship. Is you talked about for at least the next year.
Yeah.
No, they always say nobody knows who came in second. That's a fact. But you usually remember the winner, and I'm glad for UCLA and the girls. They put in. They're not one and done on the girls' women's side of basketball, which is
A lot
great.
of seniors, though.
Yeah, that's what
the
I'm
thing,
saying.
A
Is
lot
yeah,
of seniors.
yeah, that's what made them strong.
Gabriela Jaquez, whose
Jaquez.
brother plays for the Miami Heat.
Yes.
So no stranger to success in basketball.
In that family, yeah, no question.
And then you look at Sienna now, which is Lauren Betts' sister. I think she's maybe a sophomore or
Yeah.
a freshman, maybe.
Yeah, no, they're gonna.
So she'll be.
They'll be.
you know,
They'll be back.
they'll be back in the thick of things.
Yeah, I agree.
But they have won it. I don't think it'll be a drought for them now.
No.
You know, they've got the taste of it. And Dawn Staley, no doubt, will be back. She had
Sure.
post-game comments. She said that's what we're going to have to do. Go
Yeah.
back. You know, we got basically
Retool and come
Yeah,
back, and that's what it is too.
that's it.
Yeah,
And why should we doubt her, right? Because she's been there so often, and she's won. She knows what it's like.
oh yeah, she's a winner. And
She
she's
is a
won at
winner.
every level. She's won as a
Oh,
player.
absolutely.
She's won the gold medal as a player, and now as a coach. And like I said, she's a total class act. I love Dawn Staley, and you know, to my buddy Brian and his Go Gamecock stuff, the South Carolina is well represented and will be there for a long time, like you say. I believe.
Now, Brian, you've talked about some shirts that they've had out there, right? At South Carolina,
Yeah.
there was somebody.
Yeah, my daughters, they bought the Go Cocks. You can't lick our cocks. It's terrible. I mean, that's just that is just a T-shirt. You know,
I had to mention.
Yeah, and I
you know, it's
appreciate
just,
that. Put me on the spot for being there.
Hey, don't forget to give us a like, follow, share, and subscribe. It's the Chain Gang Sports Show, heard every Monday and also live 6 to 7 every Thursday night with call-ins, emails,
Yeah.
and of course we'll have. She's not here tonight.
Karaoke Courtney is
Karaoke Courtney?
in, or Courtney Hustle.
Courtney Hustle.
Courtney Hustle. 'Cause
Yeah,
she
well,
likes to get dirty.
She answers to both.
Yeah, she likes it. And I think we'll go with both until one sticks out more than the other. But you need, in order to hold the Karaoke Courtney, you got to start belting out more tunes. And she promised she is going to be with us remotely Thursday for the live show. She's in Boston, and we hope she had a safe trip out there and visiting with her family for her father's passing. So we wish her the best.
That's right. Well, we miss her tonight. And speaking of remote, who's got the remote chance of winning tonight? Connecticut or Michigan? Michigan.
Everything,
Connecticut?
all signs point to Michigan. They do.
Michigan?
But I think Danny Hurley just has that ability to get something extra out of the kids he's got, and he's got a great big man. So I think it's gonna be a good game. I hope
gonna be
it's
close.
I think it will be.
Won't be
You know
a
what's so
blowout.
funny is one of the announcers from ESPN when they were talking about it. I guess he had given them chalkboard material for his comments on who he thought was going to win the Michigan-Arizona game. He said Arizona was going to really thoroughly handle Michigan and take them out. And so the Michigan coach, of course, took that and put it and played it for his team. And he was reminded of it this morning when he said, hey, Michigan used you as chalkboard material. Now who do you pick for the finals? And, you have to be careful. But he turns around and he said, well, it's either going to be a close game and Michigan wins, or it's going to be a blowout and Michigan wins. And I'm thinking, well, there's only two ways it can go. It's either a close game or a blowout. They really didn't go out on a
Right.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to go with Connecticut. I'm going to say probably by 5.
So yeah, so the producer will dig that we're both rooting for the Connecticut. There's the cheers.
There you go.
But let's talk Boston Red Sox. Let's talk about
Oh yeah, well,
yeah, the
let's go to
2-7 Red
baseball
Sox.
real
Keep
quick.
cheering.
Yeah,
2-7.
We should try to get some sound bites from Roman Anthony. He's really not feeling their position right now at the bottom of the American League East.
Yeah, I mean,
When the Orioles are above you,
yeah, that's it.
and Tampa Bay,
2-7. Who would have thought that? Yeah.
that's the overall worst record currently in baseball.
In
Going
baseball.
into today's action, now there is some action today.
Yeah, there is.
In the major leagues, but yes, the Red Sox off to the bad start. That compounded by the very good start by the Yankees.
Yeah.
The Yankees pretty much with the best record in baseball right now, despite losing the third game of a 3-game series yesterday at Yankee Stadium, 7-6 the final score. Max Fried pitched. He was the starter. It was a no decision.
Should have, the Yankees blew in the 8th, and they brought in Bird, who was a late season acquisition last year to help him with the playoff push. Never made the playoff roster because he struggled so bad, and he has started the season as he ended last year. So he's been brutal.
Yeah,
but
he picked up where he left off.
Yeah, so for some reason, Aaron Boone continues to bring this guy in, and I don't get it. As soon as I saw him go to Bird, I go, he's not really doing this, especially when they have arms that hadn't been used yet. And but But he did, and the guy between him and Yarborough gave up 4 runs. The Marlins took it. The Yankees almost made a late, bottom of the 9th comeback, but fell a little short, and can't win them all.
No.
But seeing the Red Sox at 2-7 is awesome.
Well, the Yankees are off today, so they can't
And they
lose.
go-
they can't win. They can't add to the record there.
The other team at 7-2 is the Brewers. So
Right, the Brewers off, and the Dodgers.
the Dodgers.
Dodgers, Brewers, Yankees. That's your big three. No, no
Mookie
surprise there.
Betts got hurt. He hit the IL. So we'll see if the Dodgers can maintain. But they're 3 deep in every position. So.
Good weekend for Lauren Betts in UCLA. Bad weekend for Mookie Betts. As far as having the bad and the good and the bad. Hey, the Giants are 3-7 too, and Tony Vitello, the new first-year manager for the Giants.
Getting thrown out of his first game.
Oh yeah, he got thrown out. Just sometimes you just have to.
You
So
sometimes
feel
do
like
it to motivate your team and get a
That's
little
it.
spark. But
some managers do that intentionally.
yeah,
To get the motivation. But he had
every reason to.
Well, yeah, when you look at it.
Yeah.
That's a tough division usually, but it started out real bad. Dodgers, though, look like they're riding high. Everyone seems to be percolating on that team pretty well right now.
Yeah.
Mets have been resurgent now. Even Bo Bichette's starting to come around. Juan Soto, for Met fans, has
calf.
an injured calf. Yeah. So he
And
might-
that's an injury you got to be careful with, the strained calf, because the favoring that calf resulted with Kevin Durant tearing his Achilles, and there was somebody else that recently had the calf strain turned into Achilles,
wasn't Joe Burrow, the Bengals, started out with a calf injury
and then it turned into Achilles.
and it plagued him?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes a calf, it's not to be taken lightly.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? I mean, you don't have to strain your oblique, which has got to be the strangest injury I've ever
Yeah, that's what Betts has. It's the oblique.
The oblique, yeah.
Yeah,
what-
that's a for somebody swinging a bat, that's an agonizing injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing. But you know what? Growing up, I never heard about an oblique.
No, yeah. Let me check.
Oblique. What is your oblique?
I know.
Hey, I hurt my oblique. Sounds like something Schwarzenegger would say.
Yeah.
I hurt my oblique. So yeah, the major leagues, the Marlins doing well right now.
The Marlins have some kids that can hit.
Yeah.
Hitting has not been their issue offensively. They're tough. If they can get some solid pitching together, they're going to they'll make a run.
Pitching. That's the big thing.
The young kids that are
Alcantara, he's their ace. Remember when he won the Cy Young?
Yeah.
A couple of years back there, 3 years back. Will he have the opportunity to get that many starts and stay healthy and get that many decisions? We'll have to see. Major League action today, though.
Yeah.
Do we have any scoring update
We
on
do
that?
have some scoring updates, and I will pass those along to you. I know the Red Sox were winning 1-0 over the Brewers in the top of the second. Dodgers beating the Blue Jays 2-0 in Toronto at the bottom of the first, and the Nationals beating the Cardinals 2-0 in the second as well.
All right, that's your Major League Baseball update for this Monday. And again, we'll have to see the big story news-wise. Well, there's a lot of big stories news-wise, but we'll have to see what happens with Artemis now. They're supposed to be up there for 10 days. You see some of the pictures they've sent back. Were you waving back to them there?
Yeah, is that you at the wave?
I saw your picture. You looked much smaller than you do in person.
Yeah.
Put it that way. Hey, going back to basketball, in August, Cooper
Flagg.
Yeah. Well, Cooper Flagg. Yeah, that's a big thing there. What he's doing.
Oh, right, 19. He's only 19,
Only 19.
and he's a beast.
Yeah.
I love that. And they,
Seen him on the same court with LeBron, who's at the opposite end of the spectrum age-wise.
but did you see the numbers LeBron put up yesterday?
LeBron's doing well, though.
39 and 15,
Yeah.
30 points, 9 rebounds, 15 assists.
Well, he's trying to hold the Lakers together now.
Because
Luka's now out of the country. I don't know, maybe got on the same plane with Tiger.
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
boy.
They're both
that nightmare,
Yeah, that's a big nightmare.
And it is. It's a shame that Tiger brings this negative. He brings it upon himself. He's self-inflicted. I mean, the guy he was the most storied individual career that you could ever imagine. I mean, other than Michael Jordan, but he was up there with him. And now it's kind of a sad story.
Yeah, it is a sad story. He's not going to make it back in time. I don't think there's going to be
For the
any
Masters.
surprise. Yeah, the Masters starts up Thursday, first round action. So, it is a shame.
Yeah.
But, hopefully he'll get whatever
Yeah.
help he needs. You
Yeah.
know, it's not like he's abusing alcohol or anything like that. But like so many people, it's the medications.
Yep, that the
And-
doctors prescribe.
And pain is a big motivator for that. Let's
Yeah.
face it. I've always said if you're going to be addicted to something, most people, I think, would become addicted to something that alleviates their pain.
Yeah,
And it goes twofold if you're a Jets fan.
yeah. Thanks. For
I don't know that there is a painkiller.
Yeah,
that
no,
helps
there is
that.
definitely
Doesn't
not.
even
Yeah, it would
touch
be. It would.
Yeah, that's long term.
So
Since
selling the
2010,
team. 2010,
2010. Can you imagine
the
that?
longest non-playoff
The
appearance in all four major sports.
playoffs.
Yeah, that's
Playoffs.
It's
They
true.
should have Jim Moore
Jim
do a
Moore come up
commercial
and do
spot
the
for
Jets
him.
commercial. Yeah,
2010. But the Buffalo Sabres now
Have-
have positioned themselves. They're in action tonight. They host Tampa Bay, and
Two
the
best
winner
teams
there
in the
will be
East.
in first place
Yeah,
in
in
that
that
Atlantic division.
Yeah.
So that's a big game.
it is.
But
big.
Buffalo in control of
Yeah.
their destiny.
They sure are.
And it used to be they were only in control of the cellar of that division.
Yeah.
But now they just might be one of the top teams along with, well, you got to say Carolina.
Sure.
They've got the most points in the
The
Eastern
Avalanche.
Conference. Well, over in the West, the
Oh, yeah,
Avalanche.
yeah, you're
Now,
talking
the
East.
Avalanche lost last night late at home, 3-2. The final score. St. Louis comes up with the victory there. I don't know if you caught any of that action. You
I
could have
did.
seen it on ESPN.
Yep, and then Will Cooley for the New York Rangers, the lowly New York Rangers. But Will Cooley became the second player in NHL history to score a hat trick
Yes,
and get it, get into a fight.
that's it.
So he was in a fight and
I
got
like
a
it.
hat trick. And
Well-
I guess nobody's done that.
We've got a few Coolies, I think, playing for the Panthers right now.
Yeah,
Because they're making. I tell you what, to be defending champions, they lose
To
in
have that
Pittsburgh
record.
2 consecutive nights.
and the record
even
is,
competitive.
it is brutal.
Yeah.
it's a mystery.
What do they say? Stick a fork in them because they
Yeah,
are
exactly.
done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Rangers. Got to make mention of them because I know you follow the Rangers, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers, listeners, combination of the two, are Ranger fans, especially in this part of Florida here. I talk to a lot of Ranger fans,
Yeah.
and 8-1 win against the
Capitals, yeah.
on Sunday.
Yeah, but again, it's 75 points.
Right.
They're so far out of it. But listen, if you're going to play, you might as well play. Put your pride on there. At least
Right.
don't go down like
Oh. As in any sport, doesn't matter if you're going anywhere as a team, but you want to, you don't know that you're going to be on that team.
That's
so
right.
you got to give it 110% as a
the Anaheim Ducks. That's where the Rangers West Coast team is.
That's right. The Rangers affiliate out in California right there. And they have emerged now. I think they're in second place.
Yeah.
Edmonton in first. But again, and I mentioned it on a prior show last week, if you look at Edmonton's point total, they would be finishing no better than fourth in the other three divisions.
Yeah.
One division fifth, and I think in that Eastern Conference Atlantic Division, sixth place is what their point total would get. I think it's something like 87 points. NHL will go into its playoff format in just a little over a week, and there's just a handful of games for the NBA.
Yeah, no, and that's the Knicks are playing the red hot Atlanta Hawks.
The
So
Hawks
they're
could be
hot.
the hottest team along.
They are
with-
the hottest team, in the NBA. And speaking of NBA, and I watched Curry came back last night.
Right, you saw that.
Oh, yeah.
And Durant and Curry.
Yeah, and Curry had a shot at that with the last shot to win the game, and
It was a little
Just-
long. It was
yeah.
a little off to the left.
Yeah, and there was he was well defended, but he still got the shot off, as Curry always does.
But it's his first game,
Yeah.
and he's not afraid to take that shot and put the onus on him.
yeah, and you know what? 9 times out of 10, any coach in the league would want him taking that shot.
Absolutely, and he would want to take that
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
It's
Mr.
just
Big
like
Shot.
Jordan, right? He
Yeah.
would be the
Oh,
guy.
absolutely.
Because
Yep.
you got that instinct. You want to be the man.
You remember Chauncey Billups, Mr. Big Shot? That's what they
Chauncey
called him because he had that run where he was hitting game winners in big games, and like Robert Horry did the same thing for a little while. 3 different championships with 3
Yeah.
different teams. Robert Horry,
Right.
and he had 2 game winners with 2 different San Antonio and with.
Good to bring up Robert Horry because not too many people go back and talk and review his career, but he was one of those kind of guys.
Wherever he went, he
Yeah.
won. Yeah, he won with.
Sometimes you can be fortunate like
yeah,
that.
no question. He
And then
won
there's other guys that'll play 2 decades.
like Charles Barkley and Patrick Ewing,
There you go.
Yeah.
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
I just always bring up Dan because that's 17 seasons worth of being with one team.
Patrick Ewing, same thing.
Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, Charles Barkley
Who-
bounced around. But
And we said on a prior show, we agreed, Patrick Ewing, the greatest Nick.
yeah,
Out of all the great Knicks,
Yeah.
For the most part,
For the
you
most
give them an edge.
Yeah, I do. Willis Reed, it was short
Willis
career, but Frazier had a good long career. Frazier was MVPs of championships, so yeah, it's a tough one. It's a toss up, but Patrick definitely made his mark in New York.
Going to that Naismith, the Hall of Fame, coming up in August, and I wanted to bring that up, even though it's a ways off, because a lot of different players. Shamika Holdsclaw is going to be in there.
Yeah, and she should be. I remember when Shamika was playing with Tennessee.
Yep, and Gonzaga's coach, he's got like hundreds of victories. Mark Few.
What is it?
Mark Few. He's got a few victories.
Yeah, Few.
Yeah, quite a few, in fact. And, let's see, Doc Rivers, who's always fun to interview. Doc Rivers. That's a great interview.
Yeah, no question.
And sometimes he's lost his voice.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I
I love Doc when he played for
Yeah.
the Knicks. And he was, his career was with the Hawks, but where he was, most of his better days were with the
remember Amare Stoudemire.
Yeah, he was a Knick as well. But with the Phoenix Suns is when he had his thing. Where Doc is still coaching in Milwaukee, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's still.
And
doing
boy, how about the Greek Freak? He's a little pissed off.
it.
He called out the owners.
Giannis,
He called everybody out. He says, "Man, I'm ready to play."
You think he's going to end up a different team?
Yeah, the Knicks
soon.
No
the
question. He'll be a Knick. That whole thing that just happened where he called out the organization saying, he goes, "I'm saying to my fans right now, I'm able to play. I want to play. They won't let me. They won't tell me why I can't play. When you call out your organization, you're gone." He has played his last game as a Milwaukee Buck. No question. And the Knicks are so hot on that, with all the draft power the Knicks have.
Right.
That's a no-brainer. I think that'll happen.
I think you're right, because a lot of people have speculated during this season that's going to happen. Mike D'Antoni is also part of that class
Hall of
that's going to
Fame?
be, yeah.
Is it really?
inducted, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hall of Fame, and got to throw, remember Elena Deladon?
Deladon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With her accuracy there. She ended up having a premature, what do you call it, retirement.
Yeah,
at an
and then
early
came
age.
back. Mm-hmm. But Deladon was, she played Delaware, because she had, all because of her sister that was sick.
That's right.
Yeah, she wanted to be, it was her sister, right? Yeah, it
right,
was her
to
sister.
take care of her, yeah.
And her sister
yeah.
is,
That's a very
sad
see
story.
that story,
Yeah.
Joey Crawford, 39-year veteran,
Retired?
being an NBA
Hall of Fame.
referee.
That's right, Joey Crawford.
In the Hall of Fame. And I'm going to save the last one because I know you know her personally. That's Candace Parker.
That's it.
Going into the Hall of Fame.
Candace is a wonderful human being from a wonderful family, and couldn't be happier for her. She's good people,
Hey,
Candace.
maybe you'll get tickets there.
Yeah,
for
no.
the induction.
I did play basketball with her when she was like 14. We played in the driveway, and I could definitely say that kid was at 14 was a beast.
Hey, we appreciate everyone checking in on us every Monday and Thursday, and giving us a like and a follow, and to share. And sharing is good. Sharing is caring.
Caring. That's it.
right. And to subscribe. It's the Chain Gang Sports Show, broadcast from the Flagler Voice Podcast Studio.
Yes.
And we're powered by the U.S. News and Entertainment Network, where things are indeed better with us.
That's it. I love that.
That's it.
And and if you do notice, Courtney's missing, and will be joining us again Thursday.
That's right.
From
I'm keeping her seat warm.
from
This is
from
where she
Boston,
sits. From Boston, she's going to be calling in.
calling us from Massachusetts.
Look at that. Maybe she can get an interview with Roman Anthony while she's up there.
Yeah, she's a Yankee fan. I don't think he'd appreciate that. Which is kind of funny that a girl from Boston would be a Yankee fan. But
That is funny. That's highly unorthodox. So that pretty much covers the, I'm going to go with Connecticut. You're going with Connecticut tonight to beat Michigan. I'm going to say by 5 points. No blowout.
no blowout.
It's going to be close all the way.
I hope so.
And Hurley, Dan Hurley, he's going to get interviewed first, because you got to interview the winners first.
Right.
Remember, Rick Pitino kind of took exception to
Yeah,
that.
he definitely did. That was a good show, brother.
That was.
Half hour goes fast.
It